Hey, I'm Joy. Let's go for a cruise. Welcome back to SimCity. In the last episode, we took care of Bowser's little stroll through Tokyo, and this time, we're being sent to Detroit.
No! No, not Detroit! No! No, please! Anything but that! No!
Yeah, wonderful place, isn't it? Detroit, USA, 1972. The recent gas shortage and slumping auto sales, Detroit's economy is deeply depressed. Well, I'm sure we can lighten its mood. Anyway, the real estate market has crumbled, unemployment has skyrocketed, and the crime rate in downtown Detroit has risen to epidemic proportions. Your task is to lower the crime rate and reconstruct the industrial foundation within 10 years. Ugh. Another 10-year scenario. Oh well. Let's see how it goes. Wrong button. Alright, so welcome to Detroit. Or at least this game's approximation of it. Crime is so bad, there's already missing buildings. Okay, you can see definitely a lot of industrial areas already, which, yeah, that makes sense. This is Detroit. And of course, we have the good old, this game's... What the hell is this rail network? I'm sorry. Okay. And of course, we have some unnecessary area... You're missing something there, buddy. Alright, we just have some power, nuclear... We have nuclear and coal power. Wow, alright, well, I guess that's a choice. Anywho, we of course have this game's good old version of city blocks, aka how not to do city blocks in this game. There's just a lone stadium there for whatever reason. And noticeably, there's a lot missing of park and forestry. That's gonna be key. Alright, so... let the game run for a second, let it catch up with itself. Alright. Now if we go to the map, and look at the crime map, we can see just what the crime situation is in this city. Police radius is utterly pitiful, which this is going to make this next screen very easy to understand. Yep. So, all those times before when I was talking about the citizens complaining a little too much about crime, this is what I mean. Yeah, this is what high crime looks like. It is bad. It is very, very bad. We also have pollution to worry about, which is... ugh, wonderful. Anywho, the key to this city is simple. Get rid of the crime by doing one of two things. Fix the industrial situation, as well as raise the property value. Because there are two ways that crime happens in this game, as far as I'm aware. Alright, there's a few reasons otherwise, but these are the two main ones. Industrial zones and low property value. Those are the two key things that cause crime in this game. So you want to really make sure you can do consolidate where the industrial zones are, and pretty much just try to control where it is, because crime is going to be spreading there. And similarly, try to raise the property value. A lot of these areas are very low property value, so they're not going to be doing all that much for us. Pollution does not do well for property value, so you'll kind of want to get rid of move some of the factories elsewhere, I'm pretty certain. And you also want to be putting down a lot of park. Park is the... outside of building around forests and waterfront, park is what can gives a lot of property. Is your main way of controlling property value. You're gonna need a lot of park. I'm also going to have to do a lot off screen because there's no way in hell I'm gonna force you to sit through all of this road destruction because, dear lord, there's a lot of unnecessary roads here. Seriously, you do not need this many roads in this game. This is just way too unnecessary. I'll see what I can do about the rail situation as well, but yeah. Anywho, let's get to work. To begin with, I'm definitely gonna have to put down police stations where there's not a lot of them, because that's also a way of dealing with crime, quite obviously, is to actually make police coverage a thing. Yeah. I'm not sure if I actually have to go by the guide for this one, because, again, the guide is just pointers. But I don't know. You know what? Fine. Let's read off what the guide has to say. Pause it real quick and read off the guide. Okay, so pulling it up. Alright, Detroit crime. Duration is 10 years. Goal is to lower crime and revive industrial. Alright. The methods. Your first goal is to lower the ghastly crime rate by putting as many new police departments in the worst crime areas to expand your coverage. Alright, that should be pretty obvious. Next, once the crime has been lowered sufficiently, put industry up where your population will not be polluted by it. They will still have easy access to it. Once you have done that, work on lowering your crime until it basically no longer exists, and expand your city to increase the population. Yeah, so pretty much what I've already just said. Right, so I think a lot of this industry is probably gonna have to go, because that is a lot of that's a lot of pollution just waiting to happen. Then we'll move it over here, where there's already a power plant polluting place. And some industrial over here, right by the waterfront. That shouldn't be too bad. There's industry down there already. There's plenty of industry over here. Alright. Now, of course, the roads. That's the big problem I have to worry about here. Okay, let's see. How am I going to plan around these roads? I mean, I guess that could work. Kind of. Yeah, let's try that. Alright, so isn't giving the bare minimum of roads, but it'll at least not be too much of a problem on traffic. Let's put down those rails again. And you don't need on this road over here, so don't need that on that train anyways as well. Alright, so yeah, this is definitely gonna be a bit, so I think you can do without that, actually. May have messed up my plans already, but that can be dealt with, fixed. Who knows? There's ways of getting around this, so yeah, alright. Okay, so, then yeah, so my plan is simple. Make the city blocks a bit less of these congestedness. And, just rely on roads going on the outermost portions. Then in those extra areas, if the plan actually works right, I can put down park in those areas, and that'll help with the property value. Or should. There is also, of course, the situation that I need to put down some police. So, if I remember right, this area especially is high on crime. Yes, very much a hotspot. So let's put some police right down. Oh. She's... No proper animation. Dr. Wright just looks pretty confused about this. Shipwreck. I think this is the first time I'd ever oh, the power lines are out. Alright. That really was all you really had to let me know about? Just that? Ah well. Let's put a police station down. Crime is high in this area, so that'll definitely help a bit. The rail looks completely ugly, so who needs it? Mistakes happen. Yeah, so this is gonna be an interesting little scenario. It constantly likes to put wires into park, even though that doesn't actually do anything. But, hey. The game sets up the cities in weird ways, and I have no control over that, so... just gotta deal with it. This may still be a bit on the expensive side when it comes to transportation, but... at least I'll be cutting down on some money anyways, so... why the industrial buildings are like that. They're missing some parts. That does not feel right, but hey, what are you gonna do about it? So yeah, a lot of this is just gonna be me, once again, dealing with a lot of the, transport issues, and I don't think you need a rail going all the way like that, so, don't know why. There we go. I'm actually practicing the buttons now, so... Misclicked. Or mispressed. Hey. Well, that forest now has a bit of a slash through it. They can live with it. They'll be fine. It's just a little bit of a... it's a hiking trail. Yeah, that's what we'll call it. That's what we'll go with. Hiking trail. No need to worry about it. There's a bit of traffic forming over there, so... another one? What is with these shipwrecks, man? Why do they keep happening? Forgot to give power to this police station. Seriously, what the heck is going on with these shipwrecks, man? What are they... are all of the ships just... ship captains just drunk or something? Seriously. Maybe when I'm off-screen in the recording, I'll actually keep track of how many happen off-screen, if they do. I'll put a counter on the screen in post. You can just see just how utterly drunk the ship captains were today. Alright. but no roads are necessary because you are connected by rail. Yeah, I think this is a way to do things. It's brute forcing it a bit, but kinda helping. I mean, I haven't really done enough on the crime part, so... Oops. It is a bit of a problem. Yeah, crime is still very high. Granted, there's only so much I can do about it at the moment, so... Once I guess start being able to put down a lot of park, get the property value up, that'll really start helping the crime go down. But for now, just gotta stick it out and hope for the best. Yeah, alright, yeah, this is gonna be a bit tricky. Planning it out in my head. Hard not to be doing that. Fix the rails. Okay. And what did they do to that commercial over there? Okay, that's an interesting way of setting up the city you made there, game. Alright, well, I think I can do rid of those. Put down the power, fix the rail, and there we go. I'm gonna leave the starting park for now, because, again, park is property value, and those help. So, no need to get rid of it at the moment. Okay. What is going on over this way? What the heck is this? Another one! Ay, ay, ay. Right, you know what? I think that's the cue for me to cut the recording here for a bit, because this is just getting repetitive. Yeah, I'll see you at the end of your report and let you know what I've been up to, so... Yeah, see you then. And welcome back. It is now December of 72, and I have done a decent bit for the city. Okay, don't mind this area, that's just... yeah, that's not the most pretty-looking part of the city, but, anywho, I've done a lot of road reduction. I've made the city block... I've kept city blocks to try and help with the traffic, but... Well, traffic's still a bit of a problem, but... At least it looks better now. And it especially helps because it now allows me to do this, like I've done here. It puts park in the middle of the area. This is going to help raise the property value, and raised property value directly translates to less crime. Speaking of crime, the crime map, I've taken a decent bite out of it. Hotspots that were here and here have been completely vanished. Police station coverage has been a bit interesting to say the least, but it's a lot better than it was before, that's for certain. Interestingly, the key thing that's worry about is pollution, which there is a little much of. But yeah, okay, so we're not making as much in taxes, unfortunately. So I'm going to have to cut down on some areas to try and make it go down a bit, so that we're not spending too much of my money, because... Okay, I'm not going to lower that below too much. I need that up. Either way, the city is... could be better. Game? Alright. So, yeah, pollution is a bit of a problem, which is more or less what's gonna happen. At least we're doing well on everything else, actually. Crime's down, traffic and pollution aren't as much of a problem. And I think that's the best my approval rating in the first year has been in this entire series, so honestly, yay. And yeah, traffic is a bit of a problem, but at least another good part about these city blocks is that I can expand the rail network if need be, so there's that. But anywho, I've moved the industrial from the center in town up to here, so that the pollution is... Not only is it the industrial and the crime it brings centered in these areas where there's a lot of police stations here, but it also means that the pollution is away from the main part of the city. Thus, that'll help with the property value over here. I've almost completely removed all the pollutants over in this side of the city. Just that power plant remains, and I'll probably relocate it later. But, yeah. Seeing how long this episode has been going on long enough, I am going to be making a lot more cuts, so the next one is going to be in a few years. The next cut is going to be a few years from now, so... Actually, I think I'll make it the 5-year heads up, so that would be, what, 77? Yeah, that would be the halfway point of the scenario, so... I'll be seeing you then, but for now, the city is honestly doing well. I mean, considering the fact that it's grown a bit since the scenario started, that's already a pretty good sign, so... Yeah. I'll see you then. Alright, cutting back in real quick, because we've just gone to Metropolis. Congratulations! Your capital has become a metropolis. A bright future ahead of you as a politician. Let's keep going. Yeah, so I just wanted to make a quick cut in there. It's still 73, but I wanted to let you know that, yeah, we've made it to a metropolis. I've been trying to enhance the rail network a bit to try and cut down on traffic, but yeah, that's gonna be a bit of a long ways to go, especially with how little money I have at the moment, but yeah. Yeah, just wanted to make that quick little update, so I'll see you later. Help? So yeah, the city's kind of not taken the greatest turn, ever since we left. For one thing, these damn shipwrecks. I've finally decided that I'm just gonna do a project. I'm just getting rid of these underwater power lines, connecting the power grid up here, because these shipwrecks, there's just so many of them. It's like they're programmed to happen. Also, balancing the transport fund has been a bit of a chore, to say the least. Every year I try to use the funds to rebuild whatever degrades, but I can only do so far. The city's pretty much at its best that it can be. Taxes have been a bit of an issue with the city. And yeah, overall, it's been a roller coaster of a ride these past few in-game years, but we're about to hit the halfway point of the scenario, so yeah. The fire fund is gone. There's no funding for fire departments, so I better hope there's no fire happens, so, because I can't do anything about that. And yeah, people's voice, yeah, not doing well there. Look, I just hope that I can actually fix this, but there's only just so much I can even do. It's just so annoying how much effort is required for something that just does not want to work right. Okay. Shipwrecks, stop bugging me. But yeah, the city is not the greatest, but it could be better. It could be so much worse. Yes, I get the fire departments need funding, but there's only so much I can do about that. Ah well. I did not mean to do whatever I just did. Either way, I'm gonna try to do what I can. What's the crime like anyways? Yeesh. Alright, well. Give it a try. I'll try to do what I can. The population's down below Metropolis again, but I can get it back up. I know I can. I can try. I can do this. I have to do this. I got to do this. There's nothing much else I can do about it at this point, so I have to do something. But, yeah. Okay. Well, that's the midway point update. I'll see you once, the game is over, pretty much. So, see you then. Well, this has been an interesting scenario so far. As you can see, I'm not doing so well. Around December of '81, right as the scenario is about to end, and I've honestly done all I can. This city has been an utter nightmare to budget. As you can see, I haven't even been able to keep up with all the road repairs needed. Taxing these people has given me no thing to work with. And even recently, they started complaining about unemployment because a few of the roads deteriorated, so a bunch of the industrial just got cut off. No one could actually reach it, and thus no one could actually, get a job. So, yeah, this Detroit has just been an utter nightmare. I hate this city. Either way, I've somehow managed to keep it above a metropolis threshold at the end, so I just hope I have appeased the citizens enough in the end to at least try and get the victory in this scenario. So, let's unpause things and, yeah, time for the Judgment Day. But honestly, this scenario is just utterly annoying. The disaster scenarios I am perfectly fine with doing, because I am perfectly capable of doing them. But these scenarios where it's just a problem in the city, like with Burn, they're just not fun, because instead of building up after a disaster that's brought your city down, you just have to solve this very, very massive version of a problem. With Burn, you can cheese it through the rails. In this, well, there's not really cheesing it, so with the tax rate all set, here we go.
Man!
You're fired. I'm sorry, but your plans for the city have failed. The residents are demanding a new mayor as your city is in great disorder. Let's think about what went wrong in your master plan and try again. Yeah, no, I'm not trying that again. Ugh, look, Detroit just sucks. All the budgeting you have to do is just utterly insane. You barely get any taxes to actually pay for things, and the citizens, they get a lot of problems that can crop up really quick. I might have just messed up with the roads. Maybe doing those full city blocks may have been just a bad idea, but I don't know. Either way, yeah, to heck with Detroit. Anyways, I'm just gonna move on because I'm kind of tired after that. Keep your ears on the wireless. I'll be sailing off for now. Hope you can join me for the next cruise. Until then, bon voyage.